Okay. Have a good day, people. We will start with this new topic, and and the unit number 4 from the book we are using. And the topic is addresses and places. And last time, I remember that we were studying about location and places, directions and locations. So we will continue studying that, and today we have the topic addresses and places. The objective for this class is that in this class you will be able to ask and tell people to a specific location of places and directions around in my workplace. So everything, remember that this kind of English is focused on the place that you work, is English for work. Now we have in the, let's start, we have a conversation, and in this conversation we have, and it says, listen to the teacher and read the conversation. So we have a conversation between Will and Tanya. Now, so we will work in this part, this conversation, right? So we have Will and Tanya. In this conversation, it says, hello, it says Will, hello, can you help me? Where is the Melbourne building? I don't live here. And then Tanya says, don't worry, there are 4 buildings. Which one do you need? And Will says, a girl told me to go to the building on Main Street. And then Tanya says, I know it. It's down the street on the left side. And then Will says, thanks. I have to ask you something else. Is there a training center? And Tanya answered, there are a lot of training centers on the building between Main and King Street. And we'll finish the conversation saying, I have some interviews there. Thank you again. Bye-bye. So we can see that in this conversation, Will is looking for a building, and Tanya says there are 4 buildings. There are 4 buildings, and which building you're looking for. And then we'll ask for, is there a training center? In here, is there a training center? And Tanya said there are a lot of training centers. So we can see in bolds, the letters in bolds is what we are studying today. Now, for doing this, I want to continue in here, and we have some questions. Now, in here we have some questions, and I want you to help me in answer them. And we have this, and it says, how many Melbourne buildings are there? Can you give me an answer, please? ¿Quién me ayuda a darme una respuesta de cuántos, how many Melbourne buildings are there? ¿Algún voluntario que me quiera decir? According to the conversation. Hello. Nelson está por ahí para que me dé la respuesta. How many Melbourne buildings are there?
Sí, profe, lo que pasa es que me fui a traer los audífonos y mis lentes porque no podía leer. Entonces,
ok. Vaya, ok, está bien. Let's say, Mayra, do you have an answer? How many Melbourne buildings are there?
No, I don't know.
You don't know? Okay, now let's do something. Let's read the conversation again, and we will see. Now it says in here, Hello, can you help me? Where is the Melbourne building? I don't live here, it says. I don't live here, it says. Now,
Está buscando un edificio.
and, he's looking for a building. And, pero dice en la pregunta, how many Melbourne buildings in here? You can see. And it says, hello, can you help me? Where is the Melbourne building? I don't live here, don't worry. There are 4 buildings. Which one do you need? A girl told me to go to the building on Main Street. And Tanya says, I know it. It's down the street on the left side. And then Will says, thanks. I have to ask you something else. Is there a training center? And Tanya says, there are a lot of training centers on the building between Main and King Street. And then Will says, I have some interviews there. Thank you again. Bye. Now, Rosemary, can you please answer this question, please? And it says, how many Melbourne buildings are there?
Are 4 buildings.
Okay, pero Melbourne buildings are there. Vamos a comenzar diciendo there. There are
4 buildings.
There are 4 buildings. And exactly, that's the answer. Now, and then it says, where is the building? Where will want to go located? Where is the building where we'll want to go located? ¿A dónde está el edificio que Will anda buscando? Hello.
Yo.
Yep, come on.
Is on Main Street, is down the street on the left side.
Is on, Main Street.
Main Street.
Is
down.
Is on Main Street. Is down.
Is down the street.
Is down the street.
On the left side.
Is down the street. On the left side, exactly. Thank you. Now we have another question in there. How many training centers are there? Where are they? How many?
Específico.
¿Cuántos? Pero vamos a decir there.
There is or there.
There are.
Eso.
There are a lot of training centers.
Training centers.
Centers.
And where are them? ¿A dónde están ellos?
They are between.
They are
Between Main and
Between Main and
King
King Street, teacher.
between
on the building between Main and King Street.
and King Street. Okay, thank you. Así es. It's like that. Now, what we have in here is that we are using there is and there are, que es lo que vamos a ver ahora, solo que se me vino esto para acá. A ver. Anotar. Okay. Now we have some there and the use of there is and there are. Now let's see what it says. There is singular and there are is plural. Easy. There is singular y there are is plural. Y dice aquí, there is an ATM across the street. ¿Sabe qué? Do you know what's an ATM? There is an ATM across the street. Hay un ATM cruzando la calle. Do you know what's an ATM?
Cajero automático.
Un automatic, thank you, Santiago. There is an ATM, an automatic machine. There is an automatic machine across the street. There is a recruitment center on the corner of Roosevelt Street and First Avenue. There is no clothing factory around the corner. So we can see that we use there is for singular and we use there are for plurals. Let's see. There are a lot of companies down the street. There are a lot of companies down the street. Hay muchas compañías bajando la calle. There are some supermarkets on the right and left side of the street. And there are no hospitals on Barrios Street. So we can see that if there is singular, we use there is. And if we are using there are, it's plural. Si fuera en pregunta, entonces lo ocupamos al revés. Is there
For are they?
or are there? Now let's see how to use this. And we have some examples on here, and I want you to watch. And it says in here. So we have in here. Okay.
Ahí sería
Now,
there is, teacher.
They are.
Marketing presentation.
Is it? They are marketing presentation across the street.
There are. ¿Sería there are o there is? Porque dice marketing
There
presentation.
is.
There is porque es singular.
Yeah, there is. Marketing presentation.
There is.
Number 2.
There are.
And in number 2, we have
There are, teacher.
business workshops. So we have some workshops.
Algunos negocios abajo de la calle.
There are.
There are.
Are, exactly. Now we have another one, recruitment centers.
There are,
There
teacher.
are.
There are.
Is in this case, there are. And we have another one, a store on the corner.
There is.
There is.
There is store on the corner of Roosevelt Street and 2nd Avenue. Now in here,
There are, teacher.
banks.
There are.
There are.
There are.
Porque está lo de
There
banco.
There are. And in here,
La última es there is.
There is. There is.
Aranza
There
building.
is.
There is.
No fue una
Okay, now,
pregunta.
there is. Dígame, Rosemary.
Mire, profe, fíjese que en la 3 y en la 4 aparece un no en paréntesis y en la 2 aparece son.
Ajá, exacto.
Ay, es cierto.
Quiere decir que va en
Bueno,
negativo,
dos
vea.
negativos.
So,
Sí.
thank you, Rosemary. So, in this case is there. ¿Cómo sería?
There are no, sería en la 3.
There are not, thank you. Sí, sería así. There are not o there aren't. Así
En la-
quedaría.
En la 4 sería there isn't.
O there are.
En la 2.
La puede borrar,
Ya.
profe, porque creo que se lo unieron las oraciones. No se entiende.
Sí, aquí lo voy a borrar. And ahí está. And there are not. Voy a está, ya lo borré. And let's see. In here. And there are not. There are not. Yeah, it is true. Thank you, Rosemary. There are not recruitment centers. And in number 4, it's there isn't. So basically, this is quite easy when we are using there is and we are using there are, or are there, and etc. And in here, it's there is not. If you use there is not or there isn't, it's the same, right? So no problem in there if you use there is not or there isn't, there are not or there aren't, ¿verdad?
Profe,
Is what we have. Sí, dígame.
Profe, en la primera que estaba ahí, por ejemplo, decía there is marketing
There is a
presentation.
marketing, marketing.
Ajá, por eso le decía, o sea, que si no le vamos a poner.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. I was concentrating in there is and there are, but you are right, Mayra, because there is a marketing presentation, right? Even though if you say there is marketing presentation across the street, is okay. Even though in our language it's a little bit more common to say there is a marketing presentation. Thank you, Mayra. And I will make a correction. Give me a second. I'll make a correction. I'll check it in here. And basically is what in here. And basically that is what we have. There is a marketing presentation. Now, that is what we have today. So that's today class in the use of there is and there are. So people, that's all for today. And I will pause this record. And so I thank you for being here. So we stop in